This is self-care and the hard truths about self-care. Yeah. We're talking about the things we don't always want to hear, but absolutely need to live. Because everybody talks about change, but not everybody takes the necessary steps to change. This is your reminder, you are not a problem, you are a blessing. You're not acting funny, you're growing, you're evolving, and trust me, there's a difference. Growth looks like boundaries, healing looks like distance and elevation. It makes people uncomfortable, but we're not shrinking anymore. We're not dimming our light, we're not abandoning ourselves.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Thank you for joining us. I am Janelle from JS Self Care, and this is my, I had the other Three the Hard Way on, but this is Phil. He's part of the Three the Hard Way. We are thick as thieves. We are great friends. We enjoy each other's company, and we're here to, I should move over. Do you guys see us? I'm all the way back here. But we're here to just have a conversation on ways that we help each other in our group chat as HV Business Linkers about self-care and how important self-care is. I know we hear the buzzword everywhere, right? Take care of your mental health. Self-care is important. You heard that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So what does self-care mean to you, Phil? Like, what are some of the things you do for self-care?
For myself?
Yes.
I don't know. I just go to work, but we have to be very aware of it in our field of restoration because we're always walking into other people's homes destroyed and they're upset, and you have to deal with kind of their self-care and how are they processing traumatic events.
So true. So true. So you say you just go to work for your self-care, which is great and all. But what is it? Tell me something you like to do. I know you have like a lot of, you have Jeeps.
Yes.
You have a RV.
Yeah, we go out and about. We spend a lot of time with the grandkids.
So that's your self-care.
Yeah.
I would say, right?
Yep. On occasion, Lori and I go out and spend some time exploring with the Jeeps. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had Phyllis from Lightspeed Restoration, which is I know where he's from. You see this menopausal brain, Lightspeed Restoration. So what Phil does is if you have a disaster in your home, he goes in, him and his crew, they suit up, boot up, and they fix your home so that you could continue to have your home back, right? His goal is for people to not be displaced for months at a time.
Right.
So, Lightspeed Restoration is something that's needed in every single community.
Yes.
And he does have an RV and he has these cool Jeeps and he wears these cool glasses that JS Self Care got him. And
I should have brought my yellow glasses.
He saves the day. Oh, wait till you see what I got you. You ain't gonna know until next Friday. Barbara and Orlando know. Secret. Hi, Lori. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So, Phil, I want to ask you, and then I'm going to answer as well. But because you're a man, right? So we need that male perspective all the time. I'm JS Self Care, but I can guarantee you I don't know everything. The first question is, Phil, some people will come into your life to teach you a lesson, or they will be a blessing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they absolutely do. And sometimes, the tricky ones come in and they seem like a blessing, and then they end up being a lesson. Yeah, that's a hard one. Yeah.
And that's part of the hard truths about self-care, right? We want to embrace everyone. We want to look at people and accept people for who they are and what they show us. And then we're dealing with a nightmare,
yes,
which is the lesson. So when you look at people and they come in as a blessing, what do you do when you find out that really they're a lesson instead of the blessing? Do you keep them in your life or let them go? What do you do?
I don't want to let them go. It's easier to deal with.
Absolutely, yeah. I would agree. But those blessings, what about people? I'm one of Phil's blessings because we met each other. We were authentic.
Yes.
We showed each other who we are, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We just found each other through the Business Link, and it clicked. And between you, me, Eden, yeah, we have a lot of fun.
And we formed Three the Hard Way, and Three the Hard Way is just three friends that laugh and joke and throughout the day, right?
Yes, yes. Push each other, give each other a hard time, but it's always in a positive way.
Right. And then you shared your family with us. So now we have Lori.
Yeah, you met CJ. Yeah.
CJ. And now we all one big HV Business Link family. But those lessons that we learn in business, right? We hire people, we trust people with our business. And then what happens? They are like a nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard.
It is. So how would you tell an audience, how would they deal with someone being an actual lesson? How would you tell someone in business or your everyday life? Because sometimes, family is not always blood, right? We start learning things and we get burnt. But how would you share with someone more on what to do when it really is a person that's a lesson? Someone that you love and you trust and you gave them your all, and then just to find out, no, you're a lesson.
Oh, it's hard because especially in business, when you have employees and people you deal with, it becomes very hard because, sometimes that, I don't know what you want, bad blood, bad mojo that spreads throughout everybody else. And then it takes twice as long to get it back. It becomes very hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would say each scenario is a little bit different depending on how they affect you or affect the business.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you believe you can love people from afar?
Yeah, it depends. Because, I have a lot of friends that I, wouldn't want to work with. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
we cool to hang out. We cool to play whatever you guys do, like shoot some pool, but not cool to work with.
Right. Like Barbara's great. We love Barbara, but she ran away.
I'm sorry. Did y'all see Barbara take off? Phil couldn't hire her if it's an emergency and he has to run to a flood or a fire. And he's like, oh, Barbara, go over there. And he turned around.
Can't be chasing people down the road.
And see, that doesn't mean that Phil loves Barbara any less. He is just aware that Barbara cannot work at light speed.
Right.
She could be your best friend. We could laugh. You guys could laugh. You could joke. You could buy all your glasses from her. But as far as an employee, she can't be. And that was from knowing your friend, right?
Right. And then, even Ed, he's supposed to be here, stood us up. Doesn't mean I don't love Ed any less, right?
True. So our other third, not third wheel, because I'm a third wheel with someone else, but our other Three the Hard Way, he was supposed to be here at Dean. And next Monday, he will be here, hopefully, depending on scheduling. But the goal is to continue, with these conversations. These are just self-care conversations. And to let the world know, there are people that's currently in somebody's life watching us right now that is just there to be a lesson. Learn a lesson and keep it moving. As Dean said, let them go. And then there's some people that's going to come into your life that's going to bless your life. And we're not talking money, right? We're not talking a blessing of someone's coming to give you $1 million. They're going to bless you with their presence.
Right.
What about their mindset? Remember,
the mindset's good too. Even our little group with HV Business Link, it was kind of a blessing to find other entrepreneurs that you can joke around with and work with, and some occasions have collaborations with, and other people who are going through or have went through the same things you went through. You got to find your community.
So true. So guys, just remember, it's two types of people, lessons and blessings. And those lessons, you have to let them go because they're going to be a nightmare on Elm Street. So you got to let them go. You can love them from afar. And, we talk about, I love people from over there. You could be over there. I'm over here. I still love you. I don't hate you. It's still the same love. But where I'm going, where I'm shifting the mindset to go, you can't go with me on that route, right? It's a different route. Our next one is being okay with handing things over to people. We're going to touch on this with business and personal life, right? And I'm going to share a story with you that I have 2 sons, so you won't know what son. So one of my sons, they were home, and I was like, I'm always picking up, I'm like, I don't have a husband, right? So certain things I do that a husband would do or your son would do. And I was like, I'll come in with 5 bags. You don't grab the bags. I'm cleaning, I'm bending over, and you'll be like, okay, my mother's just doing what she needs to do. So I had a talk with my son, and I was like, mommy's getting old. I can't be the man in the house. You're here. You have to do more. And I was like, do you see mommy coming in with all the bags? Do you know my son said yes? Not only did he say yes, he also said, Mom, you never taught me.
Okay.
That was like a punch to the gut because I'm such a doer that I never said, this is what a man does, son. This is what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to call you. I'm supposed to sit in the car. Hey, son, come downstairs. I got bags.
Right.
And then you grab them. Since I had that conversation with my son, I no longer have to carry bags.
Well, that's good.
I'm no longer bending down. You know how you clean in the corners in your house? I'm no longer with the toothbrush or the rag trying to clean those corners. He's actually, Mom, just tell me what to do. And that was just one conversation. So, being okay with handing things over, like telling a person, I need you to do this. This is how things go.
Right.
So that was difficult for me.
Is that just having positive role models in your life, or?
It was just me after the divorce.
Okay.
So after the divorce, it was like, somebody got to do this. My kid was young, and I just continued it. Not that a woman, and I never feel a woman could, I think that we could raise a man in a nurturing manner as a woman, but raise a man to be a man, I don't think I can do that. And his father is very active in his life. He has an amazing dad, but his dad wasn't in the house. So his dad didn't know Janelle is carrying
what was going
the bags.
on.
Right.
I gotcha.
So do you have something where you had to hand things over to people? And it was hard, right?
Yeah. I was more thinking business when we first talked about it, other than personal. But yeah, it's been hard business-wise to turn things over to, your employees. Hand things over and make sure they're going to be done the right way. I struggled with that for years, micromanaging everybody. And it wasn't until I became okay with it. And I don't know what really shifted.
Okay.
But,
So can you, like you're saying, if you get a call right now while we're live, right, that there's a flood on, which street is this? North Street?
I think so.
So we think we on North Street. So if we're on North Street and you get a call 5 blocks up North Street that there's a fire, are you able to hand that over to your employee, or are you going to say, Janelle, I got to go? It's a fire.
No, you told me before you were coming with me, and we were going to go take care of it.
Yeah, but right now
okay.
I am going to go with you, but I'm just saying, like right now, we do. Okay, guys. So just so you know, FYI, whenever we're recording these podcasts, just remember, if Phil gets the call and Dean and I are now working for Lightspeed Restoration. Are you
Yeah, it's
able
gonna
to
be
do it?
yes. I call the guys, they roll out, and yeah,
So you would let them go, even though you're 5 blocks away.
yes,
Will you trust that they'll do the job
yes,
and evaluate? I guess they have. Is it estimate?
yeah. They
Do they walk
gotta
in with-
scan and come up with more water. Shut the water off, figure out what went on.
Okay.
Fire, we got to wait for the fire department to clear out and then board up.
Okay.
Different situations call for different things, but yeah, I don't have to roll out as much. We got the office, everybody's taking care of what they're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't even know what jobs are coming in. Like they're just processing them and getting them done. And it's a nice feeling, but I struggled with that for a really long time of just letting it all go.
So is it safe to say that now that you're delegating more of the job things, are you able to spend more time at home with CJ and Lori? Do you find more time in a day?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
It gives me time to take care of things that I didn't get to take care of before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where we can dig into different aspects of the business, set up different SOPs, but eventually, yeah, I see getting more time.
Yeah.
I mean, my boys work for me. I still got to go to work and bother them.
Okay.
Right.
So you get up in the morning, you still have your routine, but if you have to step away to do a podcast or to go to Fusion Eyewear for our eyeglass event, which is next Friday, shameless plug, you're able to do that.
Yes.
And not worry that your workers are not going to get the job done.
Not anymore. But you also have to, it's hard. You got to train them to be okay with it also. Right. It was a long process before they stopped bothering with me, that they knew that they could handle it themselves.
So I call those type of trainings. In college, we learned this in my graduate school, that teaching people you have to be a transformational leader. That's called a transformational leader, that you're transferring the information that you know how you want your business to run, that they run it.
Yes.
So learning that is really hard. And then having a name to it, because we did like a leadership class, like what type of leader you are. And as a coach and as a social worker, we are transformational leaders. We teach people mindset shifts. We teach people how to behave in those situations. So being able to transfer the information that we have and to build that trust muscle is really hard.
Yes.
But you did it.
It's a growing thing, right?
Yeah. Do you still feel kind of nervous? Like if you have to leave this state?
No, I feel less.
Okay. So, Lori wrote, yes, that's exactly what we do as moms, just keep doing what we need to do. Absolutely. And then she wrote, oh, Edine, you are supposed to be in there. Yes.
Ed Dean's at home eating his cake all by himself.
He got cake today.
He didn't want to share with us.
Nope. So thank you, Phil. That one was really good. Just learning how to, guys, be in the realm of delegating. Be a delegator. Stop trying to be everywhere.
But it's okay to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
Just learn from them.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now Adine's on.
Hi, Edine. He's laughing with Lori. Edine is supposed to be here. So just remember that when you delegate things, trust that they're going to do it. And if they make a mistake, trust that they're going to learn from that mistake and come back to you and ask the question, right?
Yeah, yes.
As leaders, we always have to tell our team members, there's no such thing as a stupid question. It's stupid when you didn't ask me, right?
Correct.
So like, for instance, if there's a flood damage and your worker picks the wrong truck for the construction company.
Right. Right. It's a problem.
He needs to pick up the phone and say, hey, Phil, I was on my way 10 minutes ago. Then I looked in the back of the truck and had all the construction equipment, and then didn't have the water damage.
Right. But what helps a lot too is not just yelling at them or jumping at them, more or less, hey, this went wrong. What can we do next time to fix it?
And that's what makes you a transformation.
And make them start thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
And that helped a lot.
Like, you don't always got to yell at your workers and be like, why you did this? This is our money. This is this. Hey, what could we do next time to be more proactive? What are the things that we could do? When we delegate, of course, we're business owners. Our businesses, we birth, right? We grew from the ground up, you know, the blood, sweat, and tears. And it's really a lot of tears when you're building a business. I know I was crying like a baby. Like, I got to do this. I really like helping people, but how's that going to work? How's my life going to shift, right? And it took behavior changes.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes you got to, comes with age.
Yep. And it takes them changes that are so necessary. So, Phil, we got one more
question.
Yep. This is your life. I'm sorry. This is your life. This is your season. It's time to do what's best for you. We spoke about this, right? You and I, Phil and I, we have grown children, right? So really, we are at the age where we could get up and go. And sometimes we have to say to our kids, to our family members, I got to do what's best for me. As in our 30s and 20s, we was doing what was best for everybody else, right?
Yeah.
You know, our goal was, I can't do this. I got to make sure this kid gets to basketball. I got to make sure this kid go for a job and an interview. I got to take this kid for driving lessons. And our worlds revolved around our family. But now we at the age where we could say, look, I'm not sorry, but I'm doing what's best for me.
Right. Right. So, you have to.
Wow.
And there's times in your life that it makes it hard to do that, but I think you still got to find the time to, go do you, I guess. Yeah.
And be okay with that too, right? Because sometimes people do what's best for them and then they're happy they did what's best for them. But then they're also sad because they had to tell someone, no, I can't do that. Or no, I'm not doing that.
That's hard too.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really rough, right? So what will we do for someone that's struggling with doing what's best for them? What will we say to them? Like, how can it get better?
I don't know. It's a
things.
struggle. Yeah.
It's a struggle, but when you have to make either a job decision, like to close, are you guys open on Christmas?
Well, there's water coming out of your ceiling. I'm going to come to your house on Christmas.
Okay.
Right. So we're normally not open, but if you have an emergency, we're there.
Oh, so that's good.
Sometimes you got to walk out on your family to go help other people. It's just the nature of our job. Yeah.
Right. So for me, I could close down, but I never do because I know during the holiday time is the hardest for people and their mental, right? So for my type of work, from like mid-September to March, people struggle with seasonal affective disorder. The winter blues. Yeah. So, but I also got to say, if I'm going to a spa, I'm going to a spa. If I'm going to get my hair done, I'm not going to pull out with a bunch of hair dye in my hair. Yes, I dye my hair with a bunch of hair dye to go help someone, right?
Right.
Because we can shut down, because that's what's best for me. My mental, your mental.
Right.
If we're not showing up for ourselves, how can we
show up for other people?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because we people pleasing at that point, so we miserable.
Yes.
I always give the Walmart thing. I don't like going to Walmart, and I said this on the last podcast. I don't like going to Walmart during tax time. I don't. All of them shopping carts drive, and it's tax time, so you could tell the anxiety is there, right? I'm like, I'm not going in here unless it's early in the morning, because that's what's best for me.
You
gives
just gotta,
me anxiety.
Gotta order off the app and have them drop it over your house.
Anything gives you anxiety where you like, I'm not going there. I can't go in there.
Oh,
Give us a place that you be like,
Oh, man.
no.
trying to think.
How about houses that are hoarder houses and you trying to look for the where the pipe is bust in a house that you go in that's so full from people hoarding?
Oh, those are hard. Yeah.
So what do you do to do what's best for you in those situations? Yes, you're gonna help, but think of something that you do that's just best for you. Like, I'm gonna go in there and help, but right now I gotta, what about breathing or anything you do once you get the notification that the house is packed to the
Right.
ceiling?
A lot of times it just, you react to it and you deal with it, and then you got to process it later a lot of the times. So I'm not too sure it's super healthy, but it's just what we have to do.
So when you say process it after, that's important too. Very important that you are able to decompress and say, okay, I went to a house. Who do you tell, like your significant other? Do you go, Lori, let me tell you about this house? Because
sometimes
I don't want you to hold it in.
Sometimes, us at the shop just sit around and talk about it,
Okay.
because we kind of all have the same,
Yes.
And
that's doing what's best for your team, right?
yeah, because sometimes we do stuff that normal people wouldn't do. Like
No.
Putting down a crawl space full of sewage that you got to clean up, and we do unfun stuff sometimes.
Right, but the good thing
But
is,
it's important stuff, right?
Right,
because you
got to help people, but also you got to do what's best for you. And one of the things is, y'all sit at your table, the conference table, and say, "Look, guys, this is what we experienced yesterday. Let me know how you guys feel about it." Right. We went in a house, a bunch of sewage, bags, TVs. Because when you go in older people homes, they don't all have those flat TVs. They got the big
heavy ones, yeah.
And you're trying to move it out, finding the flood. So if you guys are like ever in a situation where you have to do what is best for you, right? What's best for you? What's best for your family? Always you got to come first, because you can't do what's best for your family if you're a mess.
Right.
Because then we do what's best for, we skip us and go to the family, and it becomes a disaster.
Right. And you know what? I think it's back to finding your community, because we all get on chat and joke around, and a lot of the stuff means it's nonsense, but it's just fun to decompress with other business owners.
And that's basically what HV Business Link is about. And since we're here recording at HV Business Link, I didn't prepare you for this, but I do want to talk about that group chat and how uplifting it is to find out that we got these imaginary credit cards going around. So at HV Business Link,
but we're going out on Eden's.
Yeah, today
I
brought you a croissant.
You did.
So guys, at HV Business Link, it's a bunch of small business owners. Like, we don't have the owner of Walmart at HV Business Link. We're a bunch of small business owners that's seeking direction, seeking support, and this is where you get it at HV Business Link, right?
Yeah, because there's other business owners who've went through what you're going through now in some way or form, trying to grow to either where you were or are, right? That you can help out, or people who went through different employee things, different business things, and it's nice to just be in a group with people like that. So
true. So at HV Business Link, we're linkers that link, but we support each other. We're not just like any other organization that just has I'm part of that, I'm part of this, I'm part of that. We do things intentionally. I mean, some of us is up late, some of us is sleeping early.
We're not going to mention any names.
Not to name anyone, but
maybe not tonight. He's got a sugar rush from the cake.
He's at the cake. He had cake, birthday cake. But we all link together, and the common goal is for each linker to grow and evolve, each linker to collaborate, each linker to be at a place like this and record a podcast. As this podcast of, just our conversations, we're growing. We're growing as far as with Adine. Adine will be on the next one. We're going to figure out how to get all three of us on the screen. We may have to buy a camera one day.
Push this back maybe a little bit.
Yeah. But that's what HV Business Link is. And I want to tell you guys, Phil is my guy. Phil is the one that, keeps the group laughing, keeps us entertained. And we're all giving each other some sort of therapy throughout the group.
Right. Janelle's the troublemaker.
Now I'm being in trouble because I got Adine's credit card.
Right.
Automotive Ingenuity. So, and these are plugs that we're not ashamed to say. You contact Automotive Ingenuity for your car needs. You cannot call Phil if your transmission went.
No, if your car starts a fire in your garage, you give me a call.
Yeah. If the garage and then Phil and Adine will come, Adine will get the car.
I'll fix the garage. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. But that's how we work. And then the person that's sitting home crying because of the flood,
we're going to call you, yes,
for the therapy piece. And you see how every small business can work. And then we'll have what's her name, Marilee there to fix the kitchen.
Right, she'll design, yeah.
And then we'll have OCD cleaning and D's cleaning service.
Clean it up.
Yeah. And then let's see who else. Who else can we put in this mix?
Well,
if they wear glass,
Tom comes and cleans the carpets.
We have a carpet cleaner. And if your glasses got broke because Phil's staff stepped on the glasses while fixing the water,
right,
they'll go to Fusion Eyewear. And that is what community is. That is what HV Business Link is. We're not gatekeepers. We're here for every single person to connect and grow. You have two businesses, and I don't want to end. You have Lightspeed Restoration.
And Whitbeck Building, yeah.
Whitbeck Building, where you build houses from the ground up.
No, we do renovations.
So if you need a new wall up, don't call
bathroom.
Don't call JS Self Care. You call Whitbeck Construction Company.
Right.
You have a flood, don't call JS Self Care. Well, if you call me, I'm gonna send you to Phil.
If you want to call you about, they have an ugly kitchen or bathroom and they're upset about it, they can call you and cry and you'll help them through it.
Yeah,
right.
I'll help them because some people don't like that ugly green kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Or that yellow kitchen
Or
from
the
1925.
Yeah.
So we go in and we help. So that is the goal. So Phil, we had 3 questions today, right?
Uh-oh.
3 great questions. And one was, some people will come into your life to teach you a lesson and a blessing.
Yes.
Do we agree with that question?
Yes, absolutely.
And are we okay with that question?
Yeah, because you're not going to change it. You just got to deal with it.
That's right.
You know?
Some will be that lesson. Some will be that blessing.
Just be positive.
Yeah. Being okay with handing things over to people.
That's a struggle.
That's a struggle, but we're learning, right?
Yes.
And we're starting to delegate.
It's always a struggle.
I gave the example of in my home, delegating things to my son. You gave the example of at work, how to, say, Jose's going to handle that. Tom's going to handle that. Yeah. And I'm going to sit home with my family.
Right. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's a goal. We're getting there.
It's a struggle.
It's a process, right?
Right. This is your life, and we got to do what's best for us.
Yes.
So if you didn't learn anything on this podcast, do what's best for you. And don't say, I'm sorry, I got to do what's best for me. You should never be sorry for doing what's best for you. I'm going to do this, and this is what's going to make me happy. Agree?
Yes, absolutely. And we should do what's best for us and go out to dinner on Adine's credit card.
Do I hear tacos?
With tacos.
Taco Tuesday, but it'll be Taco Monday. So guys, I hope that this conversation was able to help you guys. I hope that you guys just had the opportunity to listen and learn and do what's best for you, right?
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell everyone?
No, this was fun. I had a good time.
We did it. 3 the hard way. Oh, let's give Adina 5. See you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please continue to like and subscribe. And if you are not part of our YouTube community, please go over to YouTube, JS Self Care. We're going to have these conversations. We're going to learn. We're going to grow. And it's all going to be done in the comfort of your home with your devices. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. And we will see you guys on the other side. The other side is on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So everyone have that amazing day on purpose.
Bye.
Bye.
This is self-care and the hard truths about self-care. Yeah. We're talking about the things we don't always want to hear, but absolutely need to live. Because everybody talks about change, but not everybody takes the necessary steps to change. This is your reminder, you are not a problem, you are a blessing. You're not acting funny, you're growing, you're evolving, and trust me, there's a difference. Growth looks like boundaries, healing looks like distance and elevation. It makes people uncomfortable, but we're not shrinking anymore. We're not dimming our light, we're not abandoning our